Well, this isn't good. I mean, wow. I have so many processes now going above the capacity of my power grid. I just cannot continue on this way anymore. We have to get this refinery built, and we have to get fuel generators online. I mean, this is insanity. Like, we're going to drain all of these batteries in less than an hour. I mean, that's absolute craziness. Well, welcome back, everybody, to Satisfactory. My name is Nick. Welcome to the channel. I hope that you're doing absolutely amazing today. I hope you're taking good care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to somebody else today. And yeah, I have promised it. And, you know, this was supposed to be the last episode, but I was so inspired. I was so, like, just frustrated by the train collisions. I was bound and determined. I was like, I have to figure out how to sort out these train issues. Like, I have to get down there and I have to sort this kind of stuff out. And I am extremely pleased to report that there has never been a train collision since I set up those signals. Never been one. So I'm beyond thrilled. I think that's absolutely amazing. And now we can kind of start focusing on other things instead of having to constantly go back and correct things that are happening. But yeah, we have so much to do for this refinery building. We've got so much stuff that we've got to rip out, and just, I want to build this massive, sprawling refinery complex. So let's get to work. Blank canvas. That's right, we've got a blank canvas stretching out before us now. I've expanded the footprint out here pretty considerably. I don't honestly know how big this structure is going to be. I want to start getting like refineries and stuff in here and then kind of tailor the space to the buildings. But I'm not 100% sure exactly what that's going to require. We also need a truck station over here so we can drop off that copper sheeting to start making circuit boards whenever, wherever we have plastics and stuff going. I want to do like a couple of cool like overhangs, like kind of like the one I have out at the aluminum factory, but maybe a little bit different. Because I want like an overhang, and then I want the truck bay like underneath the overhang, so that way it pulls in underneath the overhang, dumps off all of its stuff, and then just kind of goes. So yeah, let me get some more work done over on the refinery building over there, start getting some refineries in, and figure out exactly how I'm going to lay out that entire area over there, and we'll talk to you guys in a bit. Welcome back, everyone. And I mean, with so much power being required to run the different processes that I've got going on and everything, I needed way bigger, way more than a coal power plant is going to be able to give me. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to turn this refinery into a massive sprawling turbo fuel generating system that's going to add a ton of power into the power grid. So I mean, as you can see here, we are still desperately hurting in terms of our consumption. We're 1,500 megawatts over the capacity of our current grid at the moment. But maybe if we just kick that on, we immediately inject like a huge surge of power into the grid, enough to run absolutely everything that we've got rocking and rolling over here, and then some. I mean, granted, our maximum consumption is still low. Like, we aren't nearly that yet, but we are now like way over where we were before. And that was through the addition of this turbo fuel complex. So I'm going to be unveiling this in kind of stages, the refinery building and stuff. The refinery building, I showed you guys this at the end of episode 17. That's over there. That has not gotten a whole lot of work yet, except for bringing the refineries and stuff online. There isn't much that I've done over there. And basically, just to kind of show you guys like where this is in process right now, I have all of the plastics and rubber that are being created in here right now just being dumped into the awesome sink. Like, there's literally nothing in here. This is all just extremely temporary. None of this is going to stay here. So don't get too married to this system. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring the refineries and stuff online to make sure, okay, are these refineries... Oh, I didn't realize I had no fuel. Well, that's not good. But I wanted to bring... Oh, boy. I wanted to bring the refineries and stuff online. I can use the hover pack, but I don't like the amount of noise it makes. I wanted to bring all the refineries and stuff online, and what I'm kind of proud of in here is we have these. First, there's an emergency shut-off switch for the entire complex, so we can just do this and turn all the refineries off. Or, failing that, say we don't need all of the plastic or anything, we can come in here and just start shutting down different production sectors. So I've got 4 sets of 4 refineries in here. 3 of them are making plastics, and one of them, this guy right here, is making rubber. We have half of our heavy oil residue. These 8 over here are all going into this middle pipe network and being pumped out this way. And those are making their way over to here. Now, this isn't done yet. This is something I've got to finish up yet. But this is another turbo fuel conversion system. Refinery fuel depot is what I'm calling this. Basically, we've got our heavy oil residue and our compacted coal, which is being flown in from the other building over there, creating turbo fuel. This is going to go down below underneath our gas station pavilion here. We're going to have a truck stop down there. We're going to have a packager down there to create the little plastic cans. And then once we have the plastic cans and everything, we'll package the turbo fuel, and that way the trucks can come through the truck stop and pick that up. But there's none of that infrastructure down below yet. Literally, the only thing down there is just a giant fuel tank right now. So we've got to get that stuff done. And what I also need to do is we also need to make sure we add awesome sinks in here, and we need to use a lot of these bad boys, these programmable splitters, because basically what you can do with these is you can program one output of these to do any overflow. So everything I'm going to have to kind of centralize, all the rubber and all the plastic, everything's going to have to flow into a centralized storage first, and then into programmable splitters, because then any overflow is going to go into the awesome sink, so that way this system never stops producing. It never ever backs up. Otherwise, it's going to shut down the turbo fuel generator system that we have installed over here, and that's like 2700 megawatts or something like that. We can't afford to have that dip offline. And then we have these 8 refineries over here. You see these pipes, they're kind of just all merged into the same thing, but these all go underground here. I'm also super proud of this. This is something you're going to notice here. No visible power lines. This is all the stuff that's going to be hidden underneath the drop ceiling once it's all said and done. But we have all of the fuel coming underneath here, and this fuel makes its way over there, and you see the pipe coming outside over there into this this heavy oil residue tank over here, and that is what is powering literally the entire system over here. So I'm super excited to show you guys this, because this is pretty much done. I'm going to add some more decorations and stuff. I'm adding these industrial railings along the top here. I've got to paint those yet. We have streetlights. Again, you'll notice no visible wires. All of the wires for this entire complex are hidden underground, except for one, which is what's powering the drone port over there. I just couldn't get a place to hide it where you couldn't see the wire coming up like out of the ground strangely and whatever, but it's anchored into this. You know, that actually right there, those little rivets, that's actually a wall outlet right there, because I stuck this thing here, and then I stuck the wall outlet to the bottom of it, and then if you build a power pole right over the top of it, you actually can't really see it. It's just kind of stuck hidden right in there. I kind of really love that. But yeah, all of the power is all hidden underground here. You can see barely. Can you even see them? No, you can't even see them on this. You know, but even like I said, the street lights and everything else, all of the generators, every single one of these generators, the power line is like somewhere back here where it connects to it. Yeah, so here's where you can see the power lines right here. But I really love this. I love that there are no visible wires. Like I said, I can't wait. Oh, he's going to get some more compacted coal. So we've got both of those drone ports. We've got the one over there for the fuel depot, and then this one here. Both of those are going to the one drone port. I think it's that one right there. And they are picking up fuel, the compacted coal, to bring it over here. I am producing exactly 150 per minute, and this process uses exactly 150 per minute between both sides. So, like, really, it is, everything is super tweaked and clocked to perfection. This thing is so absolutely ridiculous. I absolutely love driving this thing. Welcome back, everybody. It has been so long since I recorded the last clips in this video. This video by far has the most turnaround time of any video I have ever recorded. I have gotten so much stuff done, not just with the refinery structure, which you guys will see in a minute, but also with the iron building, which I haven't even repaired the hole in here, but I'm just going to show you the chaos that is in here and show you my new friend, the programmable splitter. So, foolishly, and this is, I literally almost got so frustrated with this building, I almost ripped everything out of here and started fresh. But I decided not to. I decided to keep this building and retrofit it to my needs. But this is why you always have a clear plan going into a building, and then don't try to like retrofit it to your needs, because then you end up with this kind of just absolute mess up above your drop ceiling. But now what we are doing is anything that is overflow production, aka once these are all full, and once it's fed all the processes that it's feeding, any parts here, they're all going upstairs to a drone platform and getting shipped out to an awesome sink that is not here. Because one thing I decided to do, can't stop that. One thing I decided to do was, you see the drone just took off from it right there. There's an awesome sink on the hill over here. This is not final, by the way. This is definitely going to move. We're definitely going to have a bigger complex, probably with more than one drone port, because I've got a lot of overflow stuff. Okay. Ow. It looks ridiculous driving this thing too. It really does. But yeah, like, I've got so much overflow stuff. Like, it's insane. Like, this thing literally never stops. I now have 3 drones coming to this thing at literally any given time. Actually, I'm going to dump some stuff off while we're here. Why not? We've got so much other stuff that I've got to build too, which is just ridiculous. But periodically you'll see a drone. Ooh, actually, how we... Yep. Get... Oh my goodness. Sorry, I got to show you guys. I can't just tease you. I can't just keep teasing you guys. But you have to stare in awe at the majesty of the refinery project. This is by far the biggest thing I have ever undertaken in this game. This thing is a monstrosity. I mean, and I'm riding this car over here just because it keeps you way lower to the ground, and it kind of shows you just how big it is. Oh god, we're gonna hit the truck. Okay, no, we're not. You can see out here we've added all of these street lights out here, these beautiful street lights. I've completely redesigned the entire copper building, but I'm not going to show you guys that until next episode. I just literally can't fit it in here. We have another truck station here out front. As you can see, that is dropping off copper wire, which you can see going up the side of the building in here vertically. We've still got a lot of empty space in here. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with the rest of this just yet. We've still got more stuff, obviously, we can produce with plastics and with rubber that we're not producing yet. So we're going to wait, and we're going to make sure we do some of those. We have wire coming down right here, and when we have rubber feeding over from over here, you can see that back here, and we are making this alternate recipe for wire, which even the normal recipe cranks out 100 cables a minute. I had to downclock it though because I don't need that much. It's absolutely ridiculous. This building, by the way, everything in here that is produced, that is overflow, also goes into an overflow system. The reason why we have to do this is because this can never shut down. The power plant can never shut down. And if the plastic or the rubber backs up inside of it, it will back up and it will shut all the refineries down, which in turn will shut down our power station, which I saw show you guys in the let's go. That clip was forever ago. Literally forever ago. Like, I don't even like recall building this. This seems like years ago to me over here. But I'm so proud of this thing. And you kind of get a real sense of it like when you get like further out here and you kind of look back and you see it's just kind of got these drone ports up on the roof. These ones aren't even active yet. We've got plastic outgoing there. It's not even going anywhere yet. We're not even we don't even have the facilities for it yet, but obviously the manufacturing plant we're going to build is going to take up some of that slack. And is this structure 100% done? Of course you guys know it's not. It's me. Come on. Number one, there's no way to get to the individual floors of the structure because I've just been so busy using the hover pack to fly around that we need an actual way to get between floors. But you can see we've got some lighting in here, which I absolutely love. And we've got all sorts of vertical shafts in here. So look at this. This is one of my favorite things to see right here. This is all overflow. So all this plastic goes upstairs to the drone ports to be shipped out elsewhere. If there's any overflow after that, it comes right back down. So all the plastic that's going up is coming right back down right now. And all of that is getting droned out. You can see out here, out in the back of the building out here. And I don't have a way out here, I just realized. If we come out back of the building, this is the messy spaghetti portion of the building back here, but you can see we have this entire line over here. We have excess turbo fuel in canisters over here. And that's actually the only thing extra right now. We've got excess rubber whenever we end up with it, all pushing out here. We've got excess plastic pushing out here. We'll have circuit boards. We'll have automated wiring. Everything else that we're producing is going to be coming down here, and it comes down here to this little cliffside drone port here, which is what's taking it over to the awesome sink that's over on the ridge over there. We've actually got our fuel oil too, because the way that this is clocked over here, we're not using quite 120 per minute over here. So basically, I've got this thing clocked to just take all the excess and chuck it into these heavy oil cans, and those immediately get shipped to the awesome sink. Just free points. Just free points. That's all it is. And as we rise up here, I mean, you can just, I love this building. I decided to go with coated concrete over here. I actually removed all the coated concrete from the copper building. And we've got coated concrete over here. This is actually going to be a steel platform. One of the fun things I learned when I was kind of trying to reconfigure everything and distribute everything and do all those kinds of fun things was that I was way overtaxing my steel production. Like way overtaxing it. So unfortunately, I was going to have more drone ports over there. I actually had 2 more built over there that were going to bring steel ingots over here. And yeah, this building was already not producing enough to cover my needs here and out at the aluminum building. So we're going to need another steel factory in order to bring steel to this drone port here. And you know what that means, guys? That means at long last, you're going to get to see this bad boy, which is currently, there's not even power running to it right now. There's no resources running into it right now. And of course I can't see it like from right there. But yeah, we've actually got to bring that thing back online. I've got to find another iron and coal deposit, because the iron and coal deposits I am currently using, I don't believe I can really spare the resources in them. So I think we're going to have to find some more and bring that plant back online, probably reconfigure some stuff in there. Probably, honestly, I'll be 100% honest, we'll probably rebuild most of it. It was kind of the first concept of like an actual factory building I built. I have completely emptied that entire thing out. There are no resources in any of the machines, or well, there's probably some of the machines, but like there's no storage units or anything like that with any kind of anything down there. So that is going to be a future project, because until that is online, we can't finish build. Look at the size of this monstrosity. It's just, I love it. I love it so much. Here's my question to you guys. Should the top be taller? Because since the body of it is so big, like the big box of it is so big, the top of it just feels like kind of a little hat. Even though we've got the drone platforms up there, and even though, of course, we've got the little glass roof kind of workshop thing up there, does it need to be taller so you can see it from further away? I'm not averse to making it taller. The only thing that's up there right now, and probably the only thing that ever will be up here, is a battery receiving port. So we have batteries that we are receiving here, and I am learning so much more about drone technology kind of as I go on. You guys will remember I built that other drone platform down in the train station to deliver batteries out to the aluminum building, but you don't need to do that. You basically just need to have, like, whichever destination you want the destination to be, that's where you build the drone. So I've got one drone platform down there empty. There's no drone down on the train platform anymore, and instead there's a drone here, there's a drone on the iron building, and there's a drone way out there at the aluminum building. They will come and pick stuff up from one drone port. They will come to one central isolated location and pick things up. So I only need one battery shipping port. I don't need a million more of them. And then I basically just have to distribute batteries when I take them back to my major factories, like here. So yeah, this guy is bringing batteries back here. But so we can make this taller. I kind of love, I just added this little detail here of these little catwalks kind of popping out the side here. Not on the front, because the front obviously has this glass pavilion here, but I kind of wanted these pillars not to really terminate just kind of in the middle of nowhere. I wanted something there so they looked more natural. You'll also notice little sparks flying into like little different areas of this. All of the power, every single little bit of the power for this entire facility is hidden inside of the foundations of the facility itself. So you cannot see any power whatsoever, any power lines whatsoever, unless you really get in here and look for them. Like, so you can see that one there. The last thing I'll show you guys before we wrap out the video here is up here on top of the mountain. This facility is, so there's a lot less going on here, but it's way bigger than the iron factory. It's so much bigger. This building is massive. And then you include like the little gas station-y footprint down there. I told you guys I wanted to have like a little gas station. And that's exactly what we have right there. You see that truck is driving right through there, and it gets the loading animation because whenever they stop anywhere near a truck station, it tries to load them or unload them depending on whatever the default behavior of the station is. But there's nothing in the cargo area of that station to unload into the truck. So basically, as it drives through, it just picks up more fuel and then kind of carries on its way. I love that. So yeah, we just kind of have a little gas station. Like I said, I kind of do want to do some funny billboards, like with some gas prices or something like that. I don't necessarily know what. But yeah, up here, up top is the last bit of processes that we still have yet to do here. But we need steel ingots to make them because we want to make steel pipes up here. The steel pipes are going to go over here to make stators. And then those stators, combined with the cables that are coming up from downstairs, automated wiring. And to be 100% honest, most of these are probably going to go straight into the awesome sink. They're basically for points. But of course, we just have them in case we need them for whatever purposes. And I'll tell you one thing we are going to need them for, however, is the manufacturing plant, because one of those space elevator parts you do need a manufacturer for. I believe it's that automated control unit, whatever it is. So we're going to have another drone over here, and what I may do with this last drone that's over here, because it's this one here. Yeah, that's the one with the question marks. Yeah, this one here may kind of get a catch-all. It may get a few different processes that I need for one thing, and then I can use a smart splitter when they get to their destination and kind of filter them into their correct storage units before they go in. But I absolutely love, man, these guys are just going nuts down there, aren't they? I have just been working so hard on this thing, and then I get waylaid by other stuff. Like I said, the steel production issue over at the iron factory, and then once I started building this overflow system here, I was like, why don't I have overflow systems in place for the copper facility? Why don't I have them in place for the iron facility? The copper facility basically got completely redesigned. Like I said, I'll show you guys that in the next episode. And yeah, that's where everything is going right now. We have all that stuff kind of turned off right now, though, because unfortunately, oh, you knew it was going to happen before long. I don't care how many power stations I just brought online. Yeah, you can see that we are dipping up over the line here for our batteries right now, and this is without running these, so we've backed up a lot of the processes that are creating overflow to fill these things. When they're online, basically what it's forcing it to do is our grid is operating almost near our maximum consumption right now, which of course still dwarfs our capacity. So even though we just, and I mean just, built this monstrosity, and it requires, I promise you, it requires most of this to run this, we need another power station. And I'm already at the point where I could push for nuclear, but I don't necessarily know that I want to push for nuclear, like, because there's so much involved in nuclear. Like, I can't build it here because it's radioactive. I got to build it somewhere else. I got to do so many different processes, doing different things, and I still haven't unlocked all the tech tiers that I need for it. So, like, that's going to be so frustrating. So I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to kind of end up creating, like, a little burner plant down there somewhere. Get some refineries running down there, and then maybe just convert them into fuel instead of turbo fuel. Like, I do like doing the turbo fuel because it is much more efficient. You get a lot more power out of it, but Yeah, I don't necessarily know if I want to have to hook up more coal and sulfur to go anywhere else. But then again, I could, because I can just do more drone platforms and just do that way. So there's so many different things to kind of think about, to consider with all these different things. I got these big tower spotlights over here, and then of course our little ramp coming down. Why is there like a little wall there? Get out. But yeah, I love this as well. Just kind of like this nice retaining wall right here. And then we've got, like I said, just a little ramp coming up the retaining wall. And there'll be more stuff up here. This whole platform up here, I mean, this is designed to have more factories and stuff up here. I need to build an aluminum sheeting factory over here. I've got this whole other drone over here. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one here is on standby. I've got a whole other drone port right here for copper ingots. I need to take those copper ingots and bring aluminum ingots. You can see that drone port right there. I need to bring those together and make them have aluminum sheeting babies, because I'm running out of it. And I've made a lot of conveyor belts, as you can see, lately. So I need a lot more. A lot more. It's kind of nuts. But you guys have to let me know what you think of this. Also, let me know what you think of the design of this thing, because I went back and forth with a lot of different things. Like, I had this whole pattern kind of coming across this like I do on this building. On this building, it looks okay. On this building, it looked too busy. So I kind of just stitched this up, like almost like it's stitched up the backside here, and it's kind of leaving these little like upside down diamonds almost. I kind of like it. I really think it's kind of cool. But you guys have to let me know what you think of that as well. What project would you guys like to see me tackle next? Like I said, it's not going to be nuclear. We've got the manufacturing plant. We've got the steel plant down there to bring online. We've got the aluminum sheeting plant that I need to build. And I still have more logistics work to do over in the iron factory and the deuterium factory as well to handle overflow. And then I also have to build another Power Station Delta, which, like I said, is probably just going to be down there somewhere. Somewhere where I can grab a couple of oil fields and just, you know, whatever, just kind of have a throwaway power plant that's hidden away and ugly and we don't care about it. Kind of like what Power Station Bravo is, because I will tell you, that was what, episode 5? I've never been there again. Ever. I've literally never gone back there. Which is, I mean, it's working great. Yeah. But yeah, I've literally never gone back to that power station. So thank you guys so much for all of your amazing support on the series to date. I love you beautiful faces. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to someone else today. I hope that you're doing absolutely amazing, and I hope that this week, this month, this year, wherever you're watching this, is absolutely amazing for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next episode of Satisfactory. Look at that monstrosity. Oh, I love it. I do think it needs to be taller though.